Afterwards, we walked around the market and went home without buying anything. Rather, Touya kept wanting to buy really expensive things for me. Even if I'm his wife, our relationship is contractual, and I didn't want him fussing over me like that. I kept saying no, but he showed no signs of stopping. Ultimately, the only option was to leave the market and go home early. Having been dragged around by Touya in the afternoon worked me up, so I couldn't fall asleep. I enjoyed the cool air by the window and waited for drowsiness to come. Why did he seem so happy? I want to be indifferent towards him, but no matter how many times I try, I can't erase the image of Touya's childlike smile from my head. Looking at that smiling face also puts me in a good mood, which is frightening. There's a huge difference in making a contract and becoming all friendly-like. If Shalu knew what I was worried about, she'd be hotter than a volcano on fire. The scariest thing is to betray my feelings. As I was pondering this, I heard the door open behind me.
Oh, you're still awake.
I couldn't sleep. At times like this, I remember that my mother used to do the sleep well magic trick for me. Do share. This isn't something that's common knowledge, rather it was a secret thing between just the two of us. Mother. Dang, this is like the first time she's really thought about Mom in ages. This gets me excited. Can we find out what happened to Mom? I don't know if she's still alive. Part of me wants to see her, but another part of me is terrified of her learning that I've become the queen of this country. Oh god, I like the fact that she like brought up this trick right now. It's like only the two of us knew it. I'm like, Touya's gonna freaking be like, should we do the sleep well magic trick? And then he does. I think he looked at the color of her hair and was like, I've seen this before. And now he's been thinking about her mom. Well, the other woman who had hair like that. And that's why he's thinking of this now. So who was she? Like, I've theorized for a while, maybe she also became his mom, but I don't think so. I think she might have worked in the palace at some point, but I don't know where she ended up now. I'm so excited we're gonna find out stuff.
Then, shall I do the sleep well magic trick for you?
Magic trick?
Yeah, a magic trick that only I know.
Just as I was thinking about it, I was surprised at the sudden coincidence. Yes, coincidence, I smiled wryly, wondering if everyone has their own version of it. Sensing that I was interested in this, Touya happily drew closer.
Close your eyes. Don't worry, I'm not gonna try anything funny.
I know. I don't think that Touya would try anything forceful anymore. I closed my eyes as he asked. There was a sound like Touya pulling something from his breast pocket, and I felt something like a hard stone pressed up against my forehead. I stopped breathing. Not due to being nervous, but due to something that caught my memories. It can't be. It's just a coincidence. My throat quickly went dry, and my hands trembled. Touya tapped the stone on my forehead at a steady interval. I had a terrible feeling about this. Part of me wanted to know what he would say next. Part of me wanted to get the hell out of here.
The dream spirit. Guide this person to a happy sleep. There you go. Now you'll be able to sleep until morning. What's wrong? You can open your eyes now.
Why?
Huh?
Why do you know the magic trick that was only for me and my mother? If I opened my eyes, they'd start flooding with tears, so I kept them squeezed tightly shut. The voice that rang out in the quiet room surprised me in how shaken it sounded.
You and your mother.
Hearing by Touya's voice that he was also confused, I opened my eyes. For a moment we were speechless, only looking into each other's shaken eyes. The hand that Touya gripped the stone with was white, perhaps from nerves. That stone. I could see that refreshing blue color even in the dim light. That looked just like my mother's treasure that I saw when I was young. It was a little before my mother was taken. My father had bought it at a festival a long time ago and explained that it invited the spirit of good sleep to come. This stone looked an awful lot like that stone. The color, shape, everything. Handmaiden. It was the handmaiden. Okay, nice. My theory was true. I'm happy. Oh gosh. I'm so glad we're finally getting this part of the story. I've been anxious for it.
This stone is something I got from my handmaiden. That magic trick, too. She taught it to me.
Handmaiden?
Yeah.
That handmaiden. My mother. Where is she? I grabbed Touya's clothes at the chest, shaking him violently. Touya looked down with an awful, bitter expression. Answer me!
Away.
What? What did you say?
She passed away.
She's dead? Dang, I wanted them to reunite. There was hope. I guess it was too much to ask, considering we never, ever ran into her in the other ones. Not even a whisper. Aww. Can we hear what happened to her? I felt the energy drain from my body as soon as the words entered my ears.
Naala!
Aww. I don't blame her for almost collapsing. If Touya hadn't caught me, I would have fallen on the floor. With a vague, hollow stare, I repeated the words over and over again. Dead. My mother is dead. But really, I knew the moment I laid eyes on the stone. It was a keepsake of my father's, and my mother wouldn't just give it away for no reason. The only reason she would be on her deathbed. Oh, no wonder this chapter's called Fate. What are the odds, man? I guess she was fond of Touya. That's good. That means that your mom, approved of him, though. And now you got closure, because you know that... You're not wondering, is she still here? Is she alive? You know that, even if it's hard. It's you got that closure after all these years. Why? What happened? I'd thought several times that she might already be dead. I heard through the grapevine that around the time my mother was taken, a particularly bad wave of the rot swept through Nasla. It would have been a miracle if she'd survived. But actually hearing it, it was like something important inside of me had crumbled to pieces. It was the rot, dang.
The rot.
But I couldn't even say that I'd expected it. The shock and sadness were too strong, and I couldn't stop shaking. Was it that death that got you, so invested in, I'm going to learn how to, fix this? Touya stayed silent, continuing to hold me. I don't know how much time had passed, and as my mind went completely blank, Touya uttered a single phrase.
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
I couldn't stop my father. I'm sorry.
There's no point in blaming you. You weren't the king who gave the order to kidnap my mother.
You don't feel that Nasla murdered your mother?
I can't say that I don't, but... When Touya said the magic trick, I gained a vague understanding of how my mother must have felt before her death. Teaching Touya a trick that she had only taught her daughter. She must have cherished him as if he were one of her own children. That's why she gave him the precious stone.
Exactly. Your mother saved me.
She saved you?
She was all I had in the closed-off world I'd been restricted to. Maybe we could sympathize. She was kind, like a mother, and guided me as I was still mentally young. I will never forget her kindness, and the debt I owe to her. When she got the rot, I prayed desperately to the spirits. Please, don't take a woman as devout as she is. But it was all in vain.
Wait, what did he say when Solana fell ill?
If this really were a curse from the spirits, I'd have died a long time ago.
That's what he said. He must have said this due to the death of my mother, who was a devout believer.
As she was dying, I cried and apologized, saying, "I'm sorry we brought you to this place." But she...
Touya's voice cracked as if he were crying, perhaps due to remembering back to that time. He took a breath to compose himself and continued.
But she wasn't angry or scolding. She smiled and said, "It definitely wasn't the ideal way to do so, but this too is a bond. Meeting you has been a treasure in my life. I hope that you will also find a wonderful bond and marry someone who you truly love. I will be praying for that from the moon."
Oh, my heart.
And finally, she said that she wanted me to use my power to shape the future of this continent. And then she was gone.
That's what happened. My father and mother got married because they were madly in love. She often told me to marry someone I truly loved. So when Touya said it, I could hear my mother's voice saying it. It really was an end befitting her. My mother. Touya's thoughts of changing the future came from my mother. My mother is saving me, even now. As the tears fell from my eyes, I felt my heavy feelings falling together with the droplets. As my feelings settled down, I remembered that I was being held by Touya. So, this is the second time you've held me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Touya began to scramble to straighten himself, but I kept his hand in place. I don't know why I did it, but now I just wanted him to hold me. Maybe I just wanted to feel closer to the memories of my mother within him. Aww. I'm gonna burst into tears over here. Oh my goodness.
It's so moving.
Tonight, and just for tonight, would you please hold me?
Is it okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine tomorrow. So, just for right now, let's stay like this. As I sobbed convulsively, I felt his hand stroking my back. It was a gentle up and down motion that comforted me as my tears flowed. I'm sorry for being such a weak contract partner.
You really don't know yourself. You are noble and gentle. My wife, I don't know anyone as strong as you.
He softly kissed my cheek as the tears flowed down them. Looking up, Touya's eyes also filled with tears. You should see your own face. Desperately trying to hold the tears back, his lips twisted as wrinkles formed between his eyebrows and around his eyes. It seemed like if I shook him just a little, salty teardrops would start falling out.
Men shouldn't be seen crying.
Why not? Just for tonight, and we can pretend it never happened. I laughed while crying. Then I felt a few teardrops fall on my lips. They poured down from his brown eyes. Oh, they were crying together. Oh, man. This is like the next day, right? Like, sheesh. The day after they, like, entered into this contractual marriage. Holy.
I'm sorry.
You keep apologizing.
Apologizing is the only thing I can do. I wish you could kill me, but then I wouldn't be able to keep the promise I made with your mother. That's why all I can do is apologize.
Do you want to make up for it?
If possible.
I really want to say that that's unfair. In that case, then never, ever give up on your dream. Find a cure, release the women, and create peace between our two countries. Keep living until that day comes. After I said this, Touya's posture crumbled as he held my hand up. I felt his soft kiss that warmed my fingertips.
I swear. I bet on my pride, my life, and my soul. I will grant your wishes. No matter how long it takes, I won't give up.
His sincere voice and gaze reminded me of the contract ritual.
My bride, you are my ally, and my destiny.
He kissed my fingertips again. I could feel it all the way deep in my chest. If I am Touya's destiny, then the pact that I signed with Touya is also my destiny.